before I forget, happy Wednesday. Happy first team call of February. I apologize for not having my life together and having our event created before last night. Uh-oh, you all froze. Did I freeze? Can anyone hear me? Oh, goodness.
Did she free? Oh, there she is.
Oh, goodness. I'm like, what happened? I'm all talking and then and then I'm like, you all are frozen. Must be your fault. No, it's right. Can you hear me okay now? Am I good? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Hi, Kelly. Good to see your beautiful face on here.
I'm sorry to be late.
Oh no, don't even worry. We started a few there we go.
Sorry about that. Hi.
No, you're totally fine. It's usually how things go pretty much, I think, across the board for all of us.
Yeah.
Unexpected things come up all the time, including for myself, which is why I'm feeding my daughter right now. I'm like trying to make sure that I don't have a
Fully expose yourself.
nip slip. That's not how we want to go viral. My goodness. Okay, I'm excited about this morning because we kind of like dove into February. I feel like it for all of it. Well, I'll just speak for myself. February was like, hey, here I am. And I'm like, I wanted to be 100% prepared and I wasn't. And so I'm fumbling into it, stumbling, but I'm getting my bearings. And I'm really excited about what we have going on this month. And I want to make sure everyone can capitalize on it. So that's why this first call, sister, this is not your turn to talk. This first call, I wanted to go over the tasks on the 30 Worthy Challenge. Even if you have not jumped into it, I feel like these first few days for everyone, it was like there was a lot of questions that I got, and there was a lot of technical issues, and there was a lot of like, wait, what I have to do? What did I commit to? Or, oh shoot, I missed it. So I want to make sure everyone still has the opportunity to jump in today. If you haven't, this is not like I'm not a dictator and I'm not your boss by any means, but I think this is a really fun challenge that will push us. It has pushed me and stretched me already day 3 outside of my comfort zone. But I will tell you, and I know Jesse's experienced this too, she shared, doing these things that we haven't consistently been doing before, and you're like, holy crap, it works. Oh my gosh, there's actually people that are saying yes, or that are liking, or I have my new followers, or that actually, wow, all these people watched my reel. I've never made a reel. I didn't even know it existed. So it will, I promise you, it will grow your business. And so I want to kind of take a minute to break down the activities and explain and go over a couple questions that I've gotten so far. So we are going to start how we usually do on our team calls. Let me share my screen really quick with you. Hold on. And I've got some resources today that I think will really help you with like, what the heck do I say with invites and what happens when I run out of people. I'm going to go over all those. You all have not all of you, but a lot of you have messaged me questions. And I know a lot of you have these same questions. So that's why I want to cover them today. So here's our agenda for today. We're gonna do a quick shout out for January coaches. We're gonna revisit our vision again. Remember, every single team call, we are reconnecting with why we're here. Why do we want to become a coach? Why as a team, what are we pushing for? That is the most important thing, to always reconnect with why you're doing something, why it's important to you and your life and your family and your future. Otherwise, all these things that we're doing, you're going to quit doing them because they're going to get hard and you're going to forget why you're doing them. But when you know, this is for my kid's life, this is so that I can pay cash for my kids' college, this is so that my family's not buried in debt, this is so we can survive the zombie apocalypse, whatever it is that motivates you, you have to know what motivates you and have that behind why you're building your business. And then we're going to go into the questions, then we're going to have a quick homework assignment, and then we're going to end with some gratitude. So first, shout out to our coaches from January and currently in volume explosion. I have to tell you guys something that's kind of funny. So I ended January with 16 Success Club points, and I had no idea until yesterday when I ran the Success Club. When I ran the Success Club numbers, I honestly was at 4 until the last week of the month. And a few days before the end of the month, I finally got to 6 and then 8. And then the last day of the month, I thought I hit 10 and it was actually 16. You never know when work that you've done before is going to pay off. Hold on one second. For some reason, it doesn't let me see when people are jumping in. It doesn't give me, doesn't let me see the whole screen. Okay. So I ended at 16. Brooke, I'm so proud of you. If you watch this recording at all, Brooke has had a coach account for a while, and she just decided to share, and this was the first time she ever hit Success Club. So I'm really proud of you, Brooke. She's a full-time teacher in the middle of COVID in California, so it's not the easiest of circumstances by any means, but super proud of you. And Jamie locked in Success Club as well. I'm so proud of you. And I'm also proud of everyone. There's a lot of first timers on the Success Club board who got their first or second, our first 2 people started. And that is something to be proud of as well. So I'm really proud of you guys. We've got Susie Lawrence. For those of you who don't know her, she's a co-owner of Sierra Flow Fitness in Sonora and a personal trainer. And I just know is going to take off in this business. She already has. She's doing the Ultimate Reset with a group of people, and literally that's all that she's doing right now is the Ultimate Reset. And she has probably 30 people wanting to do it with her starting on the 15th. 30 people wanting to do the Ultimate Reset, the most expensive program and challenge pack that we have to offer. It's also one of the most powerful 21-day programs that we have when it comes to your health. And she is like exploding. Her and her boyfriend dedicated to, they want to sell, I think it was 50 Ultimate Reset kits within 30 days. And it was by the end of February or something. I can't remember the date. And they're doing it and they'll probably exceed it. And there's a group of dudes that are doing it. And if you haven't done the Ultimate Reset, that's a big deal. My husband decided to do it again after we just did it because his friends are doing it. So when it just shows the power of clarity in what you're doing and why you're excited about it. And if you just have clarity of sharing that with people, it can take off. Why are you, sorry guys, hold on one second. Also, a huge shout out to Lauren, Donnell, Amy, Felisa, Jared, Jacqueline, Emily, Jamie, Nikki, Travis, Alicia, Haley, and Nathan, all in the 500 plus volume club. This is evidence of that they have customers that are ordering and ordering product themselves. It means they're generating volume, all goals. And then our top coach enrollment people for the month of January so far, we're in February, who enrolled coaches. I'm really proud of you guys. Okay, so let's go in to our vision. Remembering the number one reason that people fail, not just in this business, not just in your health journey, but in life, when something's really important to you, the number one reason that people quit is because they lose their focus. They forget why this is important to them and what it means and the vision of what's possible. So we're going to take a few minutes here to, sorry, someone's having a hard time logging in. Sorry, I'm trying to help one of our new coaches get in really quick. We are going, well, let me do this first, and then I will go and I'll send her the link. I want us all to revisit our vision. So this is our team vision. Again, is to build a 15-star organization founded in life transformations with several other team builder, leader, premier, elite teams. I know for newbies, this means nothing, but our goal is to really build strong, impactful businesses founded on life transformations, not unfounded on anything else. And that's what we're in the business of doing. So I want us to take a few minutes, and I would like you to write down, what is your vision? What ultimately do you want to become? What do you want your business to become? How are you going to get there? Why is that important to you? The best version of you. Take all of your doubts and insecurities, throw them out the window. Why do you want to become a successful coach? What does that look like for you? I'm going to play some music and give you guys a few minutes to write that down.
Yeah, isn't it amazing how a man can find himself alone? Calling to the darkness for an answer that he's never known. Yeah, isn't it amazing how God can take a broken man? Yeah, let him find a fortune, let him ruin it with his own two hands. He climbs on up the hill, on the rock on which he stands. He looks back at the crowd, he looks down at his hands, and he says, I am a difference maker. Oh, I am a difference maker. Oh, I am only one that speaks to him. I am friendliest of friends of God.
Hey, Sarah.
Hello.
All right, writing down our vision really quick. So we'll be listening to this song just for a couple more minutes, and then we'll jump in.
Okay.
Yeah, isn't it amazing how a man can find himself alone? Calling to the darkness for an answer that is never known. Yeah, isn't it amazing how God can take a broken man? Yeah, let him find a fortune, let him ruin it with his own two hands. He walks him up the hill to the rock on which he stands. He looks back at the crowd, he looks down at his hands, and he says, I am the difference maker. Oh, I am difference maker. Oh, I am the only one that speaks to him. I am the friendliest of friends of God. I am on the fence about nearly everything I've seen. I have felt the fire get put out by too much gasoline. We're all strangers passing through a place in town. Afternoon, life is but a vision in a window that we're peeking through. Helpless conversation with a man who says he cares a lot. It's a passive confrontation about who might throw a punch or not. We are all transgressors, we're all sinners, we're all astronauts. So
All right, you guys. And again, if you need to revisit this later, this is just such an important thing for us to do continuously. Otherwise, this is just me telling you things to do, and it won't mean anything to you. Inviting people will get frustrating. You're going to run into roadblocks, and it won't mean anything unless you're connected to, I'm doing this because of And this part's different for every single one of us. For me, I'm doing this for my family to have financial freedom, to always be debt free, to be able to have location freedom and live wherever we want. And because I want to build a legacy for my kids. I want them to know that they could do anything that they set their mind to, and that they can make a difference in the world. And I have to go first and show them that. And this is what I feel I've been created to do and called to. So that is something that wakes me up at 4:15 in the morning, 6 days a week. And I have to connect with that continuously, just like you have to identify what that is for you and connect with that continuously. Once you're clear on that, all these other things become the how you do that. But until you have the why first, the how part can be frustrating. So, okay, let's dive in. Let me share my screen again. And first, I want to give a shout out to some newbies on our call because this is really exciting. So, huge welcome to Kelly. Kelly, I think, is this your first team call you were able to make? Or have you been to one before in the past? I can't remember. Oh, you're muted.
Sorry. No, I've been to one other one of yours. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So Kelly is one of the coaches with Sarah, and she's amazing. Absolutely love her. She's a massage therapist and just has a huge heart for others. So I'm so happy you're here. And Sarah Lopez, welcome. Sarah, I've known, oh my gosh, I feel like I've known you now it's been like 10 years or something, which is insane, right? From past life. But Sarah just signed up, just joined us the last day of January, I think it was. And she's really pumped and fired up and ready to go. And she explained to me, she was part of another network marketing company and absolutely loved the community, and has just kind of been waiting to find the products or the programs that are in alignment with who she is and how she wants to help other people. So I'm super happy that you're here, and I know you're just going to take off. So I'm excited for our call later too. So welcome.
Thank you.
So happy you're here.
Good morning, everyone.
Okay, diving in, everybody. Oh gosh, what's happening in my computer? Sharing my screen. Okay, so let's talk the 30 worthy challenge. And now again, I'm going to repeat for those of you who just jumped on. If you either are new, like Sarah Lopez, you're probably like, what is happening? This is something that I actually took from one of my friends who's very successful, Danny Decha. She's an extremely successful coach and has a legacy of a lot of success in her team. And this is something she created. And I was like, I love this. We all need clarity and simplicity for how to grow our businesses in a short amount of time. I know that we all are in unique chapters in life. I personally do not have a lot of time to grow my business. I have made 1 to 3 broken up hours, maybe 3 to 4 times a week, which when my whole family is dependent 100% on my income, that's a lot of pressure. And so I knew that if I was struggling and I needed to figure out how to do that, pretty much everyone else needed to figure that out too. So I used from her, with her permission, this 30 worthy challenge. And it's similar to the mindset of 75 hard. For those of you who have heard of people doing the 75 hard challenge for physical health, you do every single day for 75 days straight, no breaks. You do 2 workouts a day. One of them's outside. You drink a gallon of water, 10 pages or 10 minutes of personal development, and you follow a nutrition plan with no cheat meals. And it's changed people's lives doing it. And I thought, I loved her idea of doing this for our business on a smaller scale, of course. And she created this tracker. So I wanted to kind of explain a few things and answer a few questions that I've gotten to hopefully help this not be so daunting and explain kind of the heart behind it. So if you have yet to see this, it is pinned to the top of our Health Patriot Coach Leadership page with all the details. There's a Google Drive in there. In the Google Drive, you will find this tracker. Let me well, I was gonna pull it up. I can pull it up after if you guys want me to. As well as this document that I created to help me for clarity. I don't know if you can see this because now my window is small, but I printed out 4 trackers per page. So, and I did it front to back and I stapled them all together. So I have all the trackers for the entire month with this as my cover. So when someone's a potential coach or potential customer, I write them down on here and it's all in one packet. For me, I needed that because I lose papers like every day of my life, or my kids will draw on them. So that's how I'm organizing mine, but I wanted to kind of go over it really quick. Question number 1, do I have to do everything? For this challenge, yes. So we had a $10 buy-in. If you are new or if you have yet to do this and you want to jump on board, that is fine. Still, you can send me, Venmo me $10. It's in that post. My Venmo is Coach Jessica. And everyone who does this every day for 30 days will get a piece of the pot at the end. So it's nothing's up to chance. Nothing's up to people saying yes. It's all up to you just doing the actions. Do I have to do everything? Yes, you do. That being said, leading me into question number 2, can I adjust things in the stories? For the most part, I'm going to say no. That being said, if you are not working out and you need to take a break from Energize, for example, that's fine. Do something different than Energize that day, but do something product related. You can use Hydrate if you have it, or Power Greens, or maybe do a post about Energize. Even if you're not drinking it, you can do a post about, like, explaining what's in it and why it's awesome. Okay, so you can absolutely be creative that way. If you're on a rest day from your workout, I still want you to do something, whether that's a walk outside or even like last night I did the unstressed meditation. Me and my husband did that, the 10-minute unstress, and that's okay because it's just featuring how you're using Beachbody On Demand and how that's really helpful. My husband probably thought I was crazy. I'm like, we're gonna do the best self meditation before bed, and he's like, great. And I'm like, thanks for being supportive, babe. I'm gonna play it whether you want me to or not. And it was really good. So that is an option. Invite to your team or boot camp. The thing that I like about this, it's gonna stretch you every single day to figure out a creative way to invite to something, which I love. Everyone can post a meal for their day. Personal development, that could be your devotional. That can be, hopefully you all are in some sort of mindset strengthening every single day. Find something. As far as a team call or training you attend, obviously today, this call should be in your stories. So all of you should at some point during this call do a video or a picture of our team call, showcasing that you, in your business, you get free business training and free community support. That's awesome. This should be in your trainings. We only have team calls 1 day a week. So what do you do those other days of the week? Learn something about your business. So I shared this in our team page. Sarah Holland is the only other one I know of that's done this so far. I got Shalene Johnson's Insta Club Hub access. Did you do it too, Felisa? I'm so proud of you because I've been thinking about you so much and I just haven't messaged you yet. Her niche training is, I don't know if you watched that one yet, but it is so good. Honestly, the best $27 I've ever spent to grow my business on social media. That's all that it is. And so I'm learning about Reels today. That's what I did yesterday. I know nothing about Reels, and all of a sudden I'm learning and boom, 1,000 views on my Reel. I knew nothing. Like, it's not fancy. When we don't know how to do something, whether that's inviting, organization, there's something you don't know how to do in your business that's holding you up. So learn about it and then just take a quick, like, this is what I'm learning about today. That is how you can showcase in your stories a training. You talking in at least 4 clips. Per the algorithm, this is actually really important to get more people viewing what you're doing. And people want to know you. They don't just want to see your cup. They don't just want to see your sweaty selfie. They don't just want to see you working out. that really means nothing to them. They want to know what that does for you. What does your workout do for you? What does your Energize do for you? What does your Shakeology do for you? Because as you explain that, they're seeing that's what it would do for me. And that's how you establish value. And that's how you shift from I'm trying to sell this product to I'm trying to change people's lives because this has changed my life. So I just want to share it with you. There's a huge difference there, and people will relate to you a lot more. And then the daily family life, let us get to know you. That should be easy for all of us because it's just like, this is my life. Whether it's, this is me taking care of my chickens. This is me living in a construction zone with my parents. This is me, like, whatever it is for you, this is my daily life and this is how I get through it. Social media is a place where we can establish relationships with people in a world that's extremely isolated right now. And as weird as it may sound, social media is where we can establish friendships and be there, be community for people. So that's, I wanted to explain that. Does anyone have questions on the stories part? Or are you running into like hard things with that? Okay.
No, I think I was just initially overwhelmed by, it doesn't look like that much, but then when you like actually sit down to do it, it's kind of like, oh, wow, okay. Takes me all day to get it in. and trying to figure out something to talk about every day. When I first started, I had all kinds of things to say. Now I'm kind of feeling like but yeah, you make it happen.
Totally. And it puts us in a position to make sure we're always growing. Because if we're always growing and we're always learning, then we'll always have something to talk about. Just like, and so I totally agree with you, Felisa, though, because I was in the same place. And I know Sarah, I was talking to Sarah Holland as well. And she was in the same place, like, okay, this is stretching me. So there's certain ones that I've highlighted and I'm like, I know in the morning between 4 and 5, I know you think I'm insane, but I know I'll get my Energize done. I know that I'll do an invite to my team. I will share my devotional and I will talk a little bit so I can get some of those done. And then my workout and my Shakeology is right after. So a bulk of those are getting done for me before 6 in the morning. And then like the other stuff will just kind of follow later. Okay. What do I invite to? So there is no right answer to this. I'm just going to share with you what I'm doing if you're hung up on this. Most of you may have seen our Health Patriot Nation page. I started that almost 5 years ago now, which is so crazy. Next month will be 5 years since I started coaching. And that was always a place for my customers and our collective customers. Like you could put your customers there. And I decided to make that a free group for anyone who's looking for a health and fitness community to be a part of. So right now I've been inviting to that, and that is open. If you do not have a free group, that's open to everyone, all of you, to invite to if you want to, or you can make your own. Does not matter to me. But I've been inviting to my free group, and I will be doing that for the first week at least of the month. And it's been so easy. It's been super easy to invite to that. So if you're running into roadblocks or you're brand new and you don't know what to invite to a free group. Again, whether it's mine or somebody else's. Celicia, I did too. I created a different group during the start of the pandemic called Worth Fighting For, and it was awesome. And then I was personally spread too thin because I had so many groups that it just I let it die. So I'm like, well, if I just have one, I think this will be easier for me to manage. And then what I'm doing, I want to show you really quick what I'm doing in that group, because I think this will help you guys potentially know what to post in that group to help. The next step of the invite process is going to be inviting them to buy something to actually be a part of a challenge. So I'm signing into my coach office right now. And since there's several new people, and honestly, I've been doing this 5 years and I've never done this. So always learning. How many of you have been a part of, I honestly am learning a lot from being in Amy Tanner's Red Aspen page for her, for like the nails, because I absolutely love them, but I'm learning a lot from her. And so I am going to, this is my coach, this is your coach office, right? Grow my business, product tools and shareable media. In here are free resources that you can share in your free group about anything Beachbody. I always, of course, have known this was here, but I've never used it in this way. So where I got, let's say, if I want to post about Shakeology, I'm going to go in here and there are, I shared this video from Darren, copy link. I just shared that in my group. And this is him
So
talking
why don't people have energy
about
anymore?
why we're always tired. I thought it blew up. It's a less than 4 minutes. And he talks about why people are
So
always
why don't
tired.
people have energy anymore? For what?
And he talks about adaptogens. This
Thousands
is,
of, which is why.
I'm going to be annoying going through this. But he talks about the adaptogens in Shakeology and why it's really important. You're adding value and people are like, oh, I'm always tired. I should drink Shakeology. Today or yesterday, I shared, I think it was, there was a resource in here. It was this one. Shareable plant-based Shakeology infographic and flyer. And I added my own twist in there. You're more than welcome to take the text from it. And I explained the 5 different formulas in Shakeology. Here is a Shakeology comparison chart to different things in the world. Like, look at this one. How many people think they're healthy going to get a naked green juice and there's 53 grams of sugar in it, right? So it's just helpful, shareable media, but they have it for everything that Beachbody offers, from the Nutrition Plus membership to the unstressed product, the unstressed meditation I was just talking about, to Bevy, to 9-week control freak. Like, you can go through here. This is where like the regular Beachbody on demand stuff, the 3-day refresh, just like get people to know and get them excited about all the different tools that you have to offer, and just do one a day. And you're adding value to them by doing that. Today I shared, let me go back, Super Bowl, healthy Super Bowl recipes from my mompreneur thing. Feel free to download it and share it in your page. But now I can go and invite people and say, hey, in my free group, I'm sharing healthy Super Bowl recipes. If you want to be a part of it, you can go check it out there. You know, and it's just so easy to invite a lot of people to what I'm doing easily. Okay, so that's what I'm inviting to at the beginning of the month. That being said, I'm starting a new 30-day challenge in March. So my invites are going to shift as I get closer to the end of the month. They're going to shift as I'm talking more about a product or to people specifically. My follow-ups, I'm going to invite them to take advantage of one of my $10 off promo codes that I have because I'm part of Team Cup. All of you new coaches, you have 3 $10 off promo codes, so you can use those. It's just making sure you're inviting to something. What is an ad? I've had people ask me that. This, to me, this 2 ads should be closer to 20 to 40. And I'm going to go over how easily you can do this. I actually asked Danny for this Canva link, and I'm going to adjust it for next month for a project that I think is going to be very exciting for all of us. But just go, that is just friend requesting people on Facebook or adding them, following them on Instagram. That's all that means. What is engagement? That's responding to people's stories. That's commenting on their posts or responding to other people's comments on other posts. I'm going to show you how to find the right people to do that to. And then number 6, what if I invited everyone who watches my stories and liked my posts? Have any of you fell into that category and you feel defeated because you're like, there's no more people? I've heard that from a couple people, and I've seen that happen to a lot of coaches, and I'm going to give you some tips for how to do that because there's billions of people on the planet. And then 7, I'm having trouble uploading my tracker into the Google Drive. Is anyone else having this problem? Or has everyone figured it out? Okay. So, and Celicia, I have yours. Has everyone downloaded the Google Drive app? Because that makes your life so much easier. I did here, if you go to our leadership page, I did a screen share of exactly how I upload my tracker from my phone with the Google Drive app, and it's super simple. So if you have more questions about that, you can refer there. Okay. So does everyone at least understand this fully now? Is there any questions about that stuff?
What's an ad again?
So an ad is adding an Instagram follower or a friend request on Facebook.
Instagram.
So it's just adding to your, oh my gosh, someone finish my sentence. What's the word?
Your community?
Your
Of like,
community,
Like your community, your followers, it's growing your
your
following.
people. Yeah.
It's growing your following. It gets confusing because like your community could be like your group that you're inviting to. But the goal is to have more contacts that you're reaching on Instagram and on Facebook if you're marketing on social media. You want to continuously be growing that. And so that's where the ads come in. Okay. I'm going to give you these slides, so don't worry. But I wanted to give you some sample invites that I'm using and have been using these past 3 days that have been very successful to my free group. I have 3 different categories here. Can you guys see this? Is it big enough? No? I don't know if it'll fit. Let's see. Is that a little bit better? If you're on your phone, it's gonna be hard. Okay, so this is someone that resonates with you. So this is one I literally sent yesterday. This is someone that resonated with me, but who I literally they just followed me on Instagram, or I just followed them on Instagram, or we just became Facebook friends. But I can see by their posts or by their bio that we have a lot in common. So this person wrote in their bio, like, I don't know, they had a Bible verse and it was all about their kids and they're a fitness fan. So I connected with them on that. And this is just my personality. This may not be how you would speak, so don't share this if it's not. But I sent her a message and I said, oh my goodness, Carla, you love Jesus and your kids and fitness. I feel like we should be friends. Haha. That's the right way to make friends on the internet, right? Just go for it. LOL. Thanks for the follow on here. As a thank you for this newfound Instagram friendship, I wanted to send you a special invite to my free health and fitness community where I've shared free workouts and health tips. No pressure to join, of course, but we'd love to have you if you're looking for any kind of support and tools in this area. Here's the link. Have an amazing day. So I think that so many people get stuck in, what do I even say? I don't want this to be salesy. And so it stops them from making any kind of relationships or connections with people. If someone sent this to me, I would think that they were funny and I would want to be friends with them. Like, oh, cool. Thank you for this gift. Your invite is a gift you're offering people. And if they don't want to accept your gift, that's not on you. They're not your people. And that's okay. That is 100% okay, because you're looking for the people who are looking for this kind of support in their lives. So this is what that looked like for me. I'm sending this to people, or I'm going to go through that on the next page, who I'm sending that to. Okay, so this invite is someone who's liked my posts. This is why posting consistently makes your invite process so much easier, because you have people to talk to if you're putting it out there consistently, right? So this was to someone who liked my post. Hey, Amber, good morning. Thanks for the support on my post recently. I wanted to send you a special invite to my free health and fitness community. I share free recipes, health tips, DIY self-care, and home workouts for busy mamas like ourselves. That's my brand. That's my niche. Today, I'll be sharing nutritious and delicious Super Bowl recipes. If you already have a supportive wellness community or this isn't your jam, no pressure at all, obviously. But if you'd like to join us, we'd love to have you. Here's the link. Have an amazing day. And then the last one is someone who is watching my stories. I'm trying to figure out. My screen is like not, there's a slider bar. Someone who's watched my stories. Oh, hey, thank you for all the love on my stories lately. This is someone it's constantly been there. I would absolutely love to have someone like you in my free health and fitness community if that's something that could be helpful for you. Here's a link to join us if so. If you already have something like this or this isn't really your jam, no worries at all, of course. Just wanted you to feel welcome to join us. I'm sharing some special Super Bowl recipes today. Have an amazing day ahead there, Coach Jess. So do you guys see that at the end of every invite, there's a no pressure? Don't worry if you don't want to do this. There's an out for them. I've learned from Ray Higdon, who I've been learning from, that's a big deal when you're sending invites to people. People automatically, their guard goes down. Is this helpful to like see examples of how I'm easily putting it out there? Do you guys have any questions about this? Yeah.
So for the most part, that's pretty much how I do with my own verbiage, but I do the exact same thing. But I noticed that now that you're switching it, not necessarily off inviting to your challenge group, you're inviting to your Facebook community. So I haven't been doing that. I mean, every once in a while I do it, but I haven't been doing that so much because my Facebook community, I do have a decent one, and I do post in there and everything, but I find it's interesting. I can post the same post on my page on Facebook and the same post in my community on Facebook, and I get more on my page than in my community. Like the only people really commenting on my community are people who are already clients. So, or even liking, like you can see that a bunch of people saw it, but nobody's like engaging with the posts. Even if it's a good post or a funny post or whatever, it doesn't like, it doesn't have to be related to fitness. So I hesitate to do that because I don't want to get them in there and then feel like that because they're there. I don't know how to say what I'm thinking, but like the conversion, right? Like the conversion from them being in that community to being an actual client. So I'm curious to see how that works for you. And then I'm also curious as to why you switched. Is it just because you want to see how that works, if it works for you, or do you feel like that's just better than inviting to the group?
So if this doesn't work for you, and this is where there's so many different ways to do it, to be honest, you do what works for you. Groups are hard because of the algorithm of seeing notifications. But if you keep track of who comes into your group and you direct message them, it acts as a funnel. And this is where like learning from Liz and learning from Vito Lafata and learning from their way of teaching marketing and business outside of Beachbody, but what they teach in business and sales is having a funnel, like a free, people always love free things. And so your ratio of people accepting your invites will actually be much higher for inviting to a free group versus inviting to something that's paid. So you're going to get more yeses initially into a free community. From that free community, you can invite to the paid version because the people in my free community have 10 free bod workouts. They're getting free resources, which means that I'm establishing value, but they are not a part of my text group and they don't have access to the full version of the workouts. And there may be some people that just hang out in there, but I am learning to help more new coaches. I think that, and I've found that more, even in the roundtable, more coaches are having more success with having free groups than before. And I think part of it is because of the white noise of social media, and so something that's unique.
Maybe I'm having problems with like, I haven't really tried to convert, I'll be honest. Like other than just posting in there, like I haven't gone in and messaged people that have joined my group. So like, what does that look like for you? Because I mean, I do the same thing. So when I have a new follow, and I've never had anyone, I think I've had one person the entire time ever unfollow me because of my message. And that's because she's not my people.
Yeah.
But I always have people they either don't respond, which is fine, but they don't unfollow me, or they respond like, thank you so much. I really like your vibe, or like they respond and they really like the way I do it. I do it pretty much the same thing. I just say, hey, I look at their page, I get to know them. I find some commonality, or I comment on their kids or whatever. And then I say, I really love to introduce myself because I love building connections with other empowering, positive women.
Mhm.
Here's me. And I talk about my kids. I talk about liking bubbles. I talk about the fitness. I talk about everything. And then I just say, that I do have this to offer, and this is what I do for a living. But again, if it's not something that you're interested in, no problem. I'm still looking forward to building a connection with you. But I don't invite to the Facebook community. So because I haven't
That's
converted anyone from that yet. But I'm not saying I don't want to. I guess I'm asking like, what does that look like to
Yeah.
convert from your free Facebook community?
So there will be, that's where you have like a calendar. So like the first two, what if the first 1, 2, 3, 4, we have 4 full weeks in February. So like your first week and a half, you are pouring new people into your free community, and you're posting just tips in there. And then you have a transition where you start preparing people for your March 1st challenge. March 1st is on a Monday too, like February 1st. That's a dream. Okay, so March 1st, you're having a 30-day challenge, and you are repeatedly posting in there. You're posting transformations, you're posting testimonials, and you're telling people in your free group, this is what I'm doing off of this platform. So it's like an exclusive access thing. This is all that it requires to do that. It's only, and then it depends on whether you're doing 9-week control freak again, or you're doing a 30-day challenge of whatever, of something different. And you're saying it's $160 or it's $190. That's it. These are the results you can get. And so because people's ears are open, because you've already provided them a free value, so you're repeatedly posting in there about it. Come week 2 of February, you're having a deadline of when they need to start. And then you can also direct message the people in your free community, and it's less spammy. It's not a cold message because they wanted to be in your free community. So it's kind of like a natural progression of you're actually reaching out to people who've already taken that step and want to be a part of what you're doing. They're just kind of learning it, and the success rate will be much higher and much easier because of that natural progression, rather than having a new follower on Instagram. And this might work for you, Felisa. And this is why everyone's so different. And we all have to kind of figure out what works for us. But for most people, getting new followers on Instagram and reaching out and specifically inviting them to purchase something from the beginning isn't usually successful for a lot of people. Your brand's different. You're a personal trainer, and you post a lot about fitness. That's a huge part of your brand. But for a lot of coaches, that isn't. And so that could be one of the differences why that works for you, and it might not work for a lot of people.
I think it works for me only because, it's not that I wouldn't say I get great high numbers, but I do get people. And I, like just yesterday, so we did the 30 worthy.
Mhm.
I got 3 responses back from it, an interest. And I did all new followers
It's amazing.
out of 10. So, but
That's
I
great.
think it's because I build relationship. Like, I don't just come at them, hey, by the way, this is who I am. I talk about them first. I actually show that I went to their page and I'm interested in them. And I, like you said, I also do the no pressure. But I think the reason the Facebook community I haven't had conversion is what you said. So when I first started that, it was when I first started, period. It actually was started with Zaya. And so I was adding people in there that I knew that would be possibly interested in Zaya. And then I kind of like trained, and I talked about fitness in there and stuff, but I was waiting to be a coach.
Right.
And so most of everybody that's in there right now is not somebody who I did this with, where I have the hey, you want to be a part of my free community? Let me know.
Right.
So I'll start doing that.
Yeah, I think that will help clarity on your message, clarity on what you offer, and then specifically inviting to exactly what you're doing, and consistency over time. That's all. Okay, that's awesome. I want to make sure that we get through this before 10 because I want to respect your guys' time. But I have an exercise for you, and we're going to spend a couple minutes here, and I think it's going to be helpful. So I want you guys, for those of you who can, to take out a piece of paper. Dang it. And number 10, number 10, right? 1 through 10. And you're going to write out 10 unique passions of yours, unrelated to coaching and Beachbody. And this is going to be a very valuable piece of information. This is one of the things that I've learned from Shalene that's really helped me make getting more followers, like more ads, doing reels, adding content so much more effective rather than just posting. There's something that she said in the training that I was like, duh, that I feel like everyone needs to hear. It doesn't matter how amazing your posts on social media are if you're not using the right hashtags and if you're not creating or sharing shareable content. Those are the only ways people are going to even find what you're posting. You could be the best, most inspirational person in the world, but if you're not learning how to reach more people with those inspirational posts, it's not going to matter. And that was really like eye-opening for me. So I want you to take a few minutes and write down 10 unique passions of yours. So as an example, I'm just going to share a few of mine because this paints a picture of the unique things about me. Faith, family, fitness, those are all things that are important to me and probably to a lot of us, right? That's white noise as right now. So number one, my faith and my church. Real Life Ministries is a church we just got plugged into, and I absolutely love it. So guess where I go to add people to genuinely make relationships? I'm going to my church's Instagram page, and I'm following all the women who follow that church. In doing so, I added 40 people to my Instagram this morning, literally in probably 3 minutes, because I'm going down the list. And my bio is I'm reaching Jesus loving, concealed carrying moms, right? Like that's very unique. That fits me. And so you have to find what fits you. Number 2, I conceal carry a gun. Number 3, I'm a holistic health information encyclopedia. Number 4, I am a registered nurse who works at home. Number 5, I am a mom of 3 kids, 5 and under. Number 6, I'm a patriot and Trump supporter. This is not at all to create division in this team. Please know that. This is just, that is who I am. That's okay if that's not who you are, but that is who I am. Number 7, I gave birth 3 times in a bathtub. Right? That's kind of a unique thing. Number 8, I just moved from California to North Idaho. So I'm going to all the moving to North Idaho pages and I'm friend requesting on Facebook those people because they will identify with the place in life that I'm in. Number 9, my husband and I are both self-employed. That's kind of a unique stressor and unique situation. And number 10, I am an overcomer from trauma, being hit by a truck. I lost my parent at a young age and I've been divorced at a young age. So this list is gold for me in creating content and finding people. So I'm going to be quiet and let you guys kind of write out 10 things about you that are unique about who you are, what you're passionate about in your life.
You're beating death and raise your hand, but shut up if you're not. 'Cause I am a difference maker. Oh, I am only one who speaks to him. I am the friendliest of friends of God. I am a difference maker. Oh, I am only one who speaks to him. I am the friendliest of friends of God.
Okay. Oops. For the sake of time, we're gonna kind of move forward, but I wanted to I wanted to make sure that you guys see how, so for example, I conceal carry. That's something that I love learning about. That's something I love. I don't share, I haven't shared a lot publicly about it recently, but I went and searched accounts of women who conceal carry there, and I found super awesome, like, here's a specific niche, conceal carrying workout apparel. Right. And I found a couple accounts and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need these. These are amazing. And I followed them and I reached out to them and I said, hey, do you have any apparel or videos or posts of yoga pants and how you can conceal carry while you're working out outside? And they're really appreciative. I said, my clientele is this niche of, you know, moms who love Jesus and carry guns. And they're like, oh my gosh, that's our specific, you know, client that we catered to. We would love to support you in any way we can. And so in turn, we help each other out. I shared their reel that they created and they reposted it to their page. That's getting me their followers. Do you see how that happens so naturally? And then I go to their followers, their concealed carry brand. That has nothing to do with health and wellness. So I'm following all of their however, not all of them, but like tens of thousands of people, women who are interested in their apparel line. And I'm showing them what I have to offer too, that this is what I'm about. And this is how I can help you in your health, if that's what you're looking for. Do you see how that can help, that can easily grow your specific network in the people that you actually want to work with? Does that kind of make sense? The same with how I did it with my church, and then the same with nurses. So I never thought I'd want to work from home, but I am going to other RN pages or RN hashtags, and I'm following them and I'm commenting on their stuff because they're stressed the F out right now. And so I want them to see that this is another opportunity to help people when they're passionate about helping people and working from home. So I'm going to go follow them and I'm going to get them on my page. I'm going to get other moms of toddler life. I did a reel yesterday on how I do a messy bun with a bandana. Like, never did I ever think anyone would care. And I got a lot of engagement on that. Like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. I'm like, no shower required, because when is that? Like, I shower 3 times a week, maybe. No, just kidding. Sometimes. But that's like a specific thing that moms would want to share. That's helpful. Okay, how can I provide value? I'm going and I'm following Patriot pages, and I'm following all the women on there because I only want to work with women, specifically me. I am going to doula and midwife and water birth hashtags and accounts, and I'm following them. These are people that are in alignment with who I am, what I'm about, what I'm going to be sharing. So they're going to be more engaged in my content. Is that helpful for you guys? Because when you're doing this, and I know this is kind of spread
Yes.
all over. Okay, good. Your content should serve these people. And therefore, you're not just going to have posts every day. You're actually going to be serving people. And the goal is for them to actually share your posts and share your stories. If you have a public account, they can do that. And that's how you get more people. And then you're going to use hashtags from that as well. And then really quick, a reality checklist of, have you reached out to all your people? Because if you're really excited, and this is where this comes in, if your belief is there at the end of the day that this could change people's lives, that you can change people's lives, that you have passion and excitement, that this really works if people do it, when you have that excitement and passion and enthusiasm, you figure this part out. You will go through your phone contact list and you will invite everybody. You will invite all of your Facebook friends. You will invite anyone who's ever followed you on Instagram. And it's because you want to give this gift to as many people as possible. You will go and call all the realtors in your community who are stressed out to the max and need Shakeology in their life. They need to learn how to work out at home. They need the supportive community. You will reach out to your your friends' parents. Goodness. And then like Sarah had a great idea. I was talking with her yesterday. What if you make little postcards of like $20 off? I forget how you worded it, Sarah, but it was really awesome. $20 off. Yeah, you want to share that?
Good neighbor discount.
Say
What?
that. Yeah,
The
will you
good-
explain that
good
again, your
neighbor.
idea?
The good neighbor discount.
That's what I was gonna,
Yeah, like $20 off, good neighbor discount. This is what I do. I help people in their health and fitness from home, and go for a walk with your kids and put it in all the mailboxes. I'm pretty sure that's
what I was
illegal.
gonna do. That's, yeah, I mentioned that before doing that, because I think that people see me walking all the time. It's like, why not say, hey, I'm your neighbor. This is what I do.
Yeah. Other people do it, right?
On a nice day, there are so many moms at the parks right now because a lot of kids aren't in school. So
Yeah,
go to the park and pass them out like candy.
totally. I love that.
I don't think you can put things in people's mailboxes though, so just be careful. I think you
I
could
was
put it
gonna
like
Yeah,
on
no,
the
you
front door
can't
or
do that. No, you can tape them to the door though. Like you can have a
Yeah,
little piece of tape and
sure.
yeah. No,
That's
yeah, I
careful,
wasn't
you get
planning
a
on putting
phone
it in anybody's. No, it's a federal offense. No, I
Yeah.
wasn't planning on doing that.
I know, and I said that out loud, like to go do that, and then that was a bad idea. So
We have people like tree guys, like yard people come around our neighborhood all the time, going around door to door and handing out flyers. So it wouldn't be weird here.
there you
No,
go.
that's totally okay doing that. That's
Have
totally-
your kids do it then. I'm going to be sharing here soon a flyer that I've created for myself that you guys can edit and use if you want, of like what I have to offer. And I'm going around to all the coffee shops. You know, everyone has, like the Starbucks have community boards, and put them on there. Make yourself business cards. This is where we can think outside the box, and there is a plethora of opportunity at our fingertips to help people in our field. People are so sick right now, and they're overweight, and they're depressed, and they're anxious, and they're in isolation, and we have a solution to that. So I will always repeat myself in saying it's selfish of us to let our own fears and insecurities and challenges get in the way of how we could change people's lives. And that's where it comes to our belief and our excitement about what we're building. So your homework, if you haven't yet, I encourage you to commit to the 30 worthy challenge. Start today. Let today be your day one. And all the details are pinned at the top of our leadership page. Go upload your tracker. And then I know we're running out of time, but would anyone like to share one reason that you are thankful for this community and our coaching opportunity? I lost a lot of people as I was jibber jabbing.
I'll say I'm grateful to be a part of a new community that seems to have similar passions and beliefs and looking to achieve similar goals. I'm an entrepreneur and a mom, and pretty much that's all that I am at this point. So I'm trying to connect with people again. This last year has been absolutely ridiculous, just the things that we've witnessed unfolding. And so tapping back into a community of people of support, and then also being able to get in a routine of supplementation with products that are going to really benefit me, and being able to achieve all the things on the day-to-day that I need to accomplish. So I'm grateful for that.
I love it. I love
Awesome.
it. I'm so happy you're here. Thank you for sharing.
Of course.
I'm grateful that, I mean, cross your fingers that this all works out, but coaching is my why is multi-dimensional, but one of them is I've struggled in the past keeping a full-time job, because not just because I have 3 kids, but my oldest has ADHD. And a lot of people don't even recognize that. And so that's a huge struggle, but being there for him and being able to monitor his school and what's going on with him is super important to me, because in the past, every time I've gone to work, he starts failing. And it's, you know, in some ways I'm a single parent in that level. And so I have struggled to keep a full-time job. to be there for him and my other kids. But, you know, he struggles with, you know, his own challenges. And a lot of people don't really recognize ADHD as a disability, and it is. I don't like to say disability, but it's a challenge. It's a huge challenge. And so that's important to me, to be able to be more present for my kids so that he doesn't fall behind and he doesn't get lost in the system, and he gets all of the opportunities that all the other kids get. So.
Totally.
I love that. Cool. Well, thank you guys for sharing. I appreciate that. I would say that for me right now, I'm so thankful. I think I get burnt out with the word opportunity. Like, I wish there was a different one, but that's what it is. That this could be anything. Like, it could be anything. It could be as big or as small as you need it to be. And right now in my life, it needs to be something that's big. And it's something that when I was running my own business, I could never do on my own. Like, I could never financially make this income just by coaching, health coaching people. It would be impossible. And I would be so stressed. I would have to, like, I would be working in a hospital right now. And to think about what my kids' life would be like, it's just like, it's their life is so different because of figuring this coaching thing out and making it work and being able to pivot when things aren't working. And so I am so forever thankful for that. Like you were saying, Felicia, just the opportunity to be with your kids and to provide for your family. Like, that's what so many of us want, you know. And this isn't easy. We all know that this is not easy, and it takes figuring out. And I think the hardest part is it takes us digging into our own stuff and like believing in ourselves when all of like doubts and insecurities come up, and working past that and deciding that to take ownership over when it gets hard and when it's not working. We have to figure out how to make it work, but it's the opportunity that we can figure out how to make it work. Whereas working for someone else, you can't change your dynamics of your job. And if your boss wants you to do, as the infectious disease nurse in a prison, I was forced to do some brutal things that I never wanted to do. And I couldn't say no, or I would get fired, you know? So I'm just really, really, really thankful how big this could be for all of us. So thankful for you guys. Thank you for jumping on. Have a great day. And Sarah, I will message you privately, Sarah Lopez. I will message you privately about our call here in like, oh my gosh, 18 minutes.
Okay.
All right, you guys have a good day. Bye.
Bye.